We are going to get into this topic tonight. So make sure y'all like the stream. We're going to get into this. Stacey Abrams is going to lose the Georgia governor race. It's not even close right now. Now, most haven't called it, but it's pretty much over. She is behind by a lot of votes, and they still have more to go in, right? They have 82% in. Let me show y'all this real quick so y'all don't think that I am BSing around. I'm going to show y'all where this is. Now, this is according to CBS News. According to CBS News, 82% is in. And this is the discrepancy. Stacey Abrams at 45%, 45.3%. She has 1.5 million votes, and he has over 1.8 million votes. Ain't no way she winning this. I don't care what they try to do. They can try to go and find some paper ballots in some warehouse. It ain't gonna work. People are tired. People are tired. This heifer deserves to lose, and we're gonna smoke that Stacey Abrams pack, okay? We're gonna be smoking her pack all night long. This heifer is nothing more than a black male hating Democrat warrior for their liberal policies that are destroying our society. They use these black heifers to push their agenda. And I want y'all to look at this. 82% in. This heifer had absolutely no shot. Even though, Kemp, has had his moments of weakness, there was no way those Georgia voters were going to allow this woman to be their governor. It just wasn't going to happen. It just wasn't going to happen. Shout out to King Analytical. Shout out to King Analytical for becoming a member, for joining the chat elite. Salute to all my chat elite. We going to smoke this heifer's pack all night long. You want to sit there and run your mouth about black men? You're going to lose, okay? Black men do not support, or they are slowly or quickly, however you want to see it, backing away from the Democrat Party. It's over. It's over. It's over for this heifer, and it's over for the Democratic Party. What's going on, guys? Shout out to everybody that's here. Yeah, Herschel Walker is going to win despite all the BS that he had to put up with. They drugged this man through the dirt. And, oh, yeah, Edward just put in the chat, shout out to South Carolina. We is swept. There's been a red wave in South Carolina. We've kept everybody in place. Ain't no Democrat running no district in the state. I believe there might be one. But the governor's still here. Tim Scott is still here. Some other Republican candidates won. Yeah, this state will never be blue. Even though we had a Democratic governor back in the early 2000s, he was more, I would say, a centrist. That may have leaned to the right. I don't know. But, yeah, shout out to South Carolina. No, we ain't playing that woke bullshit. There ain't going to be no drag queens in no schools down here. That just ain't going to happen. Okay? That just ain't going to happen. South Carolina voters are not dumb. There's a lot of people who are older, and they're like, hell no. We ain't bringing that woke bullshit down here. You know what I'm saying? It was over very quickly here. Everything was stabilized here. Ain't nothing changing. So no matter how much money they pump into these races down here. But yeah, I just want y'all to see this. Look at failure. This is what failure looks like. Stacey Abrams is a failure. Let me tell you something. You and the rest of the heifers who think like you, your beta male black males who think like you, you're never going to be successful. Okay? You in that gap are not going to be successful. Okay? This is what failure looks like. You will never be governor of Georgia no matter how many times you try, right? You keep being a campaigner for the Democratic Party. Keep getting donations and keep going on all these black shows, pretending like you like black people. I doubt you even like black people. It's good to see the Democratic Party losing. You know what I'm saying?
And shout out to Florida DeSantis goddamn lol.
Shout out, appreciate that, be friends. Yeah, shout out to Ron DeSantis in Florida. You know, we trying to keep the Southeast red, okay? South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, we keeping it as red as possible, okay? We keeping it red. We keeping the country from falling apart. Because as long as this area, Southeast, remains red, this country is not going to fall apart. Can't say the same for the West Coast. I mean, Oregon, Washington State, California, I don't know what to say. I mean, maybe they'll surprise me. I don't know. Right? I don't know. But yes, we're going to smoke her pack. We're going to clown all you people that thought that she had a chance. She had zero chance of winning the governorship. She had zero chance of ever being governor of Georgia. She is a political failure. Okay, so let's see who's here in the chat. Let's see who's here in the chat room. Salute to everybody that's here. Shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to y'all. Let's see who's here in the chat. Shout out to the moderators, channel members, patrons. Thank y'all. Sophisticated Ignorance, Brian Turner, Trill, TW, Big Q, L Marshall, After High School, VMH, Hot Rod, Sydney. Okay, shout out to Alex Mack.
Hey man, longtime supporter but rarely caught your streams live. It's over for these liberals. An Austin Holman collab would be dope. Keep it up, Jay.
Appreciate that, Alex. You know, maybe some down the line I will start doing some more collabs. You never know. Just got to keep on lookout for it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see. Monte, B Friends, Michael, Boot Camp, Israel A, Steve Swanson, Brian Turner, Gary, Lucasely, Black and Proud, Rosti Hill, Monk, Kevin, Broman, Latasha. Okay, shout out to Counselor Murray.
What did they think when they threatened us using strippers, no sex, and even sent the LGBT at us tears of joy?
Bruh, I don't know, man. Maybe they thought that, you know, because our mama's black, that it would work. Like, or we like slurs. So because black men like slurs, they thought that maybe if we, twerk for them, that maybe they'll vote. Nah, you're going to need more than that. And the whole no sex thing, I mean, it's the women out here throwing their box around. Okay, it's, the men are catching. They're throwing it, men are catching it, right? Let's see. Rada, Submissive Wife, Todd Toot, G Jones, Abor, Desara, Kevin, William, Daisy, Elbert, B Fierce, Trevine, Trill, Bobby Bishop, Slim South, Edward L. Anderson, The Man, Big L, Mill Prep King, K. Patrick, TMG, Black Rain, Dr. Sinister, Tony Rosas, Laney S. Jabari, Michael Merriweather, Robert Lee Chin, Billy Ant, D-Champ, Intrigue Productions, Miss Drew, Rollo, Jason J, our Prince, a lot of you in here today. Shout out to y'all. Alan, Robert, Shanjar, see B Pierce, Sports. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Chris V, Ryu, ESJ, Hey Dot, Big Boss Calvin, Mr. Hill, Yafa Kadar, Sigma, David Truly was good. Make sure y'all like the stream too. We in here tonight. You Democrat to pronounce my name. Listen, man. Hey, listen, Tony, I try with these names.
I'm putting cases on all UBM for not voting Stacy.
Right. Liana was good. Yeah, they're going to put cases on all black men. Yeah, right. Y'all can't do nothing without black men. You think you can, but you can't. Okay? Brian Moore was good. Make sure y'all like the stream. We going to get into this, man. Look at failure. I want y'all to look at this failure. Look at this failure. She really thought she had a chance, didn't she? Hey, black women, stop running your mouths, okay? You need us because you black women are out here talking real big when you ain't got no team. The white man's not your team. The white woman's not your team. Who's your team? Okay? Just because you're being paid by these liberals do not mean that they're going to support you when they don't need you. Y'all love to get out here and talk about black men and run black men in the ground when you need us. When you're horny Saturday nights, you calling a black man, okay? When you're unsuccessful on Tinder and Hinge and Bumble, you calling that black ex that you cannot stand but you love to sleep with. So when y'all get on here and y'all talk all this shit about black men, just understand something. It is us that you run to whenever you get your N-word wake-up call. When you heifers get your N-word wake-up call, who do y'all go to? Y'all go to black men. When that black woman put her hands on that white man in Texas and that white man beat the crap out of her for putting her hands on him, and you got all these people like T.I. talking about, where the black men at? Where the black men at? Sir, she put her hands on a guy that she didn't even know. She thought that because she could put her hands on black men, that she thought that white boy was going to back down. That white boy, no, he gave a 2, 3, 4 piece. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that's here. Call it. Listen, when these women are horny at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday night, they calling a black man to do the job. Okay. They spend the other previous days talking shit, right? But when they horny late at night, who they calling? You calling a black man because we get the job done, and y'all know this, okay? Stacy Abrams is a failure, like most of these heifers who run their mouths. Failures.
Stacy Abrams lost. Time to pop the Hennessy.
Yeah, pop the Hennessy. Get your, it's time you're going to be smoking some packs, even though, wherever you smoke, cigar, whatnot. I prefer a cigar over a cigarette, but we smoking that Stacy Abrams, this loser pack. Yeah, we want all the results in. We don't want anything out of place. But Stacy, did you really think you had a chance? Yo, let's go back to the beginning with this Stacey Abrams thing. Stacey Abrams, like most of these Democratic heifers, they want to blame black men for the failures of the voting, right? Not understanding that black men are waking up. Black men are waking up. Shouldn't that be a good thing? Because we've been asleep for so long. We have been lulled to sleep, being raised by our mothers, our grandmothers, no father figures. So we have always followed behind these women. But now there's been an awakening in regards to men. A red pill awakening. Not I'm talking that real red pill awakening, not that red, y'all trying to put red pill with other shit and it just ain't. Nah, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about trying to. Never mind. Salute to DHP. Shout out to Illa Dre.
Them with facts as usual.
Yeah, shout out to Illa Dre. Thank you, man. Always. Appreciate it. But I'm talking about a real red pill awakening. I'm talking about men. Shout out to DHP.
Hopefully Herschel for the win.
Yeah, I think Herschel may get it unless they go and find some votes in a warehouse. You know what I'm saying? They go and find some votes in a warehouse. It get that point. But up until this point, looking at everything, I don't see this changing. And all the campaigning they did against Herschel Walker, it may backfire on them. Even Herschel Walker's son tried to blast him, and that ain't worked. Because people know that they look at what they see with Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker, what you get is what you see. They know his story. And a lot of people are supporting him. A lot more than maybe they thought. Warnock is an empty suit, okay, who claims to be a preacher. But anyway, Yo, we smoking that Stacy pack, definitely. And we have a real red pill awakening with men waking up, men wanting to do better, men want money in their pockets, they want to own things. The key to success in life is owning stuff, owning property, right? When you're a renter and you're relying on other people, you're relying on women, you're not going to be successful. Let me show y'all this. This is from reason.com. I found this. It's an article they have. It says, no, Stacey Abrams is not losing because of misinformation aimed at black men. Unfortunately, this year, black men have been a very targeted population for misinformation. Why is that? It is because the black man has become a wild card. Why do you think they're attacking Kyrie Irving? With everything they got. Now look at Kanye West. They couldn't destroy Kanye West using that community, the Jewish community. So now they're using Rihanna. They're saying, oh, well, Kanye West said that what happened to Rihanna was her fault. Because they threw that at him and it didn't work. Now they're trying to say he's okay with domestic violence. It is because black men have become a wild card. And I think that's a good thing. We want to keep these politicians honest. You're not going to just easily get votes from us. You're not going to easily get support from us. We're going to walk our own paths, and there's nothing you can do about it, Stacey. There's nothing any of you can do about it. And trying to go after us is not going to help things. Look at you right now, losing. You're a loser, a two-time loser. Not only is Stacey Abrams a two-time loser, she has people that actually support her. And it just shows you the amount of failure following failure. It's a lot of failure out here. Shout out to what's good, Bronx. Stacey Abrams is the Democratic Party nominee for governor of Georgia. That today's election is a rematch against incumbent governor Brian Kemp, who defeated her in 2018. Last time, Abrams came close enough to victory that the party catapulted her to stardom. Mainstream media minted her a sort of political genius, an expert on mobilizing minority voters who tend to be very loyal to the Democratic Party. Abrams became a crusader for the cause of voting rights and was a frequent subject of glowing national magazine profiles. Yet Abrams is projected to lose once again. She was already projected to be a loser, right? This time by a somewhat larger margin. The race between incumbent Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock and challenger Herschel Walker appears to be much closer than the race between Kemp and Abrams, which suggests that there are some Warnock voters who intend to split their ticket or leave the gubernatorial ballot blank. Some evidence has emerged that Abrams is particularly struggling with men of color. While she is still likely to capture the overwhelming majority of black male voters in Georgia, which is sad. A lot of you black males are weak and effeminate, and you follow behind women because you don't know how to think for yourself. You're always gonna be up under women, where you're comfortable at. I'm not comfortable being up under no woman. A woman is gonna follow my leadership, not the other way around. It's better that way because I know what I'm doing. A lot of these heifers don't know what they're doing. That's why they're online going on YouTube shows trying to find a boyfriend. Her support among this key constituency appears to have fallen by about 8 points. What explains the lack of enthusiasm for Abrams? The candidate herself is blaming an increasingly familiar boogeyman for the Democrats, the dreaded specter of misinformation, which she claims is aimed at black men. How would that be aimed at black men, heifer? For such a smart person, you put out really dumb talking points. Okay, what is that misinformation? Is Russia creating ads to target black men? Are they putting out commercials? Are they putting big booty Caucasian women out here to try to lure black men away from the Democratic vote? What's going on here? What's going on here? Unfortunately, this year, black men have been a very targeted population for misinformation, said Abrams during a recent interview. Keisha Lance Bottoms, a former Democratic mayor of Atlanta, expressed hearty agreement in the interview. Oh, look we got one failure agreeing with the Keisha Lance Bottoms is another failure. All right. She the one that had to run away from from being mayor. She didn't even try to run for re-election because she knows that job is way too much for her. I think that Stacey is spot on with that, said Bottoms. I listen as my kids watch NBA highlights and whatever else they watch on YouTube. I hear the misinformation being piped in. What do you mean by that? So Keisha Lance Bottoms is saying that her kids watch the NBA, okay, and they watch whatever else is on YouTube. What exactly on YouTube are they watching? Are they watching, are they watching Fresh and Fit? Are they watching old Kevin Samuels clips? Like, what are they watching? Are they watching MGTOW videos? Right? Are they watching old Barbarossa videos? Like, come on, man. Truth over everything? They go back in the archives of 2014 and watch Truth Over Everything's video? Are they watching the old M. Moore videos? Are they watching the Quiet Truth videos? Is that who they watching? Y'all hear the stupidity with these people trying to come up with they trying to find any reason to say we don't know why black men don't want to support the Democratic Party. Well, maybe black men don't want to support the Democratic Party because they don't see black men in the Democratic Party that are pushing things. What about jobs? She watching Jay the Black. Jay the Black. Watching the Jay the Black. Who is this J.D. Black? Who is J.D. Black? Are they watching BGS's videos? Yeah, are they watching Mad Bus Driver videos? SYSBM videos? Like, whose videos are they watching, Heifer? Because we know that's where you're going. Brittany Cooper, an author and activist, took things a step further while speaking at Harvard University, referring to the demon of disinformation that was causing black men to vote for Warnock, but not for Abrams. Yeah, are they watching the David Carroll videos? The Brother of Logic and Common Sense videos? Are they watching those Sigma male videos? Neither Abrams nor her campaign surrogates have identified specific falsehoods or misleading statements. This speaks to a much larger problem with the Democratic, progressive, and mainstream media discourse on misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation, concepts that have increasingly captivated Team Blue, but are now so broadly applied as to be almost useless. Pundits and political figures complaining about misinformation might as well be saying that they don't like speech that is critical of them. That's what it is. They don't like what's critical of them, right? When you're critical of the Democratic Party, they will call you every name in the book. Like, they try to merge speaking out against the Democrats as speaking out against women. They're trying to merge that. They're trying to merge that together. And if you speak out against Democrats, you're speaking out against women and children. You see, Stacey Abrams doesn't care about black love, black community, black leadership out here. We need real black leaders out here, not these athletes that, you know, will turn on other black people for money. We don't need leaders like that. We need leaders that have the overall goal of helping the black community be strong. A lot of these people are keeping the black community weak. The obsession with misinformation is an inheritance of the 2016 presidential election and choices made by the Democrats in the wake of Hillary Clinton's unexpected loss. The campaign is preferred explanation for the shocking development was that Russian malfeasance, I guess I pronounce it, on social media tossed the election to Donald Trump. This explanation never made all that much sense, given that most of these influential campaigns were much less impressive than they seemed. The older, whiter working class voters in Michigan and Pennsylvania whose shifting allegiance cost Clinton the election was just as likely to have soured on Democrats due to political advocacy within traditional media, radio, and cable news, for instance. Black men just don't care about what y'all care about. You see, black women see something in it for them, and they know they have to leave that black man behind in order to achieve it, right? I just think that we just don't like each other and willing to sell each other out. Stacey Abrams is throwing black men under the bus because she's a political failure. You see, when you try to divide voters of both parties, you're not going to win. And that's something that you shouldn't be doing. But that's something that she did. Shout out to Gerald. Shout out to the black men. Yeah, shout out to the brothers in Georgia, man. Y'all are fighting a good fight. I appreciate it. Black men have smartened up. Black men say, you know what? I don't have to be broke. I don't have to live with my mother until I'm about, after the age of 30. I don't have to live off women I'm not attracted to. Just because I need a place. I don't need that. I don't need to be chasing box all the time when I need to be out here getting money. Black men just understand their value. And because they understand their value, people don't like that. They're like, why can't we get these black men to support us? You are giving us nothing. You have given black men absolutely nothing for us to support you. Are you going to help black men get jobs? Are you going to help find a way to make it easier for black fathers? Or anything going to be towards actually getting these men on their feet, getting them working, programs? None of that. All right. So we just support you because we black? Black people were never really Democrats. We became Democrats. That was the end result of the civil rights movement, was us basically switching from one party to the other. But we still ain't got nothing. We declined. We got a chance to be around white people, but that's about it. We didn't really gain anything after that. Yeah, let's get these black men who need to be out of jail. We need to do something about these laws, these drug laws. They say that Biden is trying to do something about it now. It's too little, too late, man. Y'all should have done something about it 10 years ago when Barack Obama was in office, and he did nothing. Because black men are not a priority. Getting these black men out of jail ain't a priority. Putting programs together to help these black men get employment. That's why I told you, I said that, black men should go into skill trades. Because that's how we can advance ourselves. Nobody wants to help us. Everybody sees us as just a pest, right? Somebody that when they need us, they can use us, but when they don't need us, they want us to go away. That's why they call black men incels, or men in general who speak out about these heifers. They want to call us incels. We can't get a woman. Well, how do you explain the amount of black men that I heard complaining about women growing up in the barbershops, at the meetups, when, my uncles and cousins get together and drink and talk about their problems with women, with their wives, with their baby mamas. But now they want to say, if you say anything about these heifers, you're an incel. You can't get a woman. And then when you say, well, listen, I'm going to travel overseas. Well, you're desperate. You're trying to get easy box. It's like, which one is it? All right. The Democratic Party is full of weirdos. And if you are a black man and you claim you support the Democratic Party, then you're a bum who's living off a woman. And that's confirmed. You are a confirmed bum who's living off your woman or living with your mother. Ain't no black man that has to pay taxes every year is out here supporting the Democratic Party. And if he is, he's probably nothing more than an empty suit or an empty jersey like LeBron James or some of these other guys are. They just do whatever they're told. They're the guy that's still in 2022 walking around wearing a mask. It's 2022. You know that the whole COVID thing was bullshit, but you're still, not to say that, the virus wasn't real, because, it's real, but so was the flu. And in 2022, you're still wearing a mask. You're still taking the jab. You done took like 4 or 5 jabs plus the booster, and now you're wondering why you don't feel so good. Because, bro, we tried to tell you. We tried to tell you that something's wrong with that, man. Oh, my God. I love seeing the Democrats lose. I just love it. I absolutely love it. Now, we're gonna take a look at a video from Jimmy Dore, all right? And they're going to talk about Stacy Abrams. Make sure y'all like the stream.
The Democrats are already pre-blaming black men for losing in the election.
Oh, wow.
Here's Stacey Abrams. She's going to tell you that black men are letting her down.
And I do not believe it's because of a deep well of enthusiasm for my opponent. We know that black voters are often...
So they're asking her, why are you losing? Why are you losing? How could you lose to a Republican? I thought they hate democracy and all this stuff. And she says she doesn't think that people are excited about her opponent. Here's what she says.
And I do not believe it's because of a deep well of enthusiasm for my opponent.
No. What is it?
We know that black voters are often discounted. And unfortunately, this year, black men have been a very targeted population for misinformation. Not misinformation about what they want, but about why they want what they deserve. And my campaign has been the only one that has very intentionally, thoughtfully, and consistently reached out. That has been misconstrued as concern when it indeed is just respect. And I do not believe.
So I just want to go over it again. This was a good catch by Zay Jelani, and here we go.
And I do not believe it's because of a deep well of enthusiasm for my opponent. We know that black voters are often discounted. And unfortunately, this year, black men have been a very targeted population for misinformation.
Okay, Stacey, you seem nice. So let me mansplain reality back to you real quick. It's not that black men have been targeted by misinformation. It's that they've been targeted by the Justice Department, the government, all other races, and of course the depraved American science experiments that literally both
Shout out to Eric Holland.
When she led the effort to move the MLB All-Star Game from Atlanta and took millions of dollars out of black business owners' pockets, her political career was cooked.
Oh, yeah, definitely cooked. Appreciate that, Eric. When they moved that All-Star Game, that was disgusting. Because there was they made a big deal out of nothing, but this is what the media does. The media makes a big deal out of nothing in order to be able to push their agendas. And they got that weak commissioner of baseball. He's a weak guy. he done bent both of his knees and will do anything in order to not get criticized. And he moved the game when he should apologize, and he should have never done that. Should have never done that.
Date and inspired the Nazis. So as a result, many of these black men have caught on to what a fake, phony puppet show for chumps the establishment is way before white males do. And now that white males also have to see the thing they can never unsee, a sizable amount of both white and black males will vote against Democrats. Also, women will. So pretty much every identity group hates the Democrats because they don't stand for anything. Okay, good talk.
Brian, you can go look it up, but they moved the MLB All-Star game from Georgia to, I believe, Colorado, because they were trying to pass a voting law, right? And they thought it was more pro-conservative than liberal, and that's what caused the whole, BS. But, you can look it up.
Zayd says this, he says, the line about concern versus respect, remember she said that?
Yeah.
There's a Marist poll of her race, and it shows that Abrams at 82% of African-American votes. So 82% of African-American voters support her, which is way down from the last time she ran, which was at 94%. So
shout out to Leo.
When BW succeed, it's black girl magic.
Uh-huh.
When they fail, it's BM's fault loudly
His
crying,
black
loudly
man's
crying.
fault. You know what, Leo? And shout out to you. That's what happened on YouTube. Like, all these black women get on this platform and they blame black men for their dating problems. They blame black men for why the world sees them the way that they see them. It's always black men's fault. These heifers on YouTube blame black men, and Stacy Abrams is blaming black men. What black male politician do y'all know that blames black women for why he's not getting a certain amount of votes? What is Warnock? Is Raphael Warnock gonna blame black women when he can't get the votes to beat Herschel Walker? Is he going to blame black women? I don't think so. That's a black woman thing.
she's had a drop of 12% in her own support in the black community. And well, here he shows it. Here it is. It's down here. If you look, her support, race, ethnicity, blacks, 82%. And the last time she ran, she got 94%.
Where does it say men, though? Is she just saying that to...
So now, because I think they broke it down.
I do not believe it's because of a deep...
They broke it down. See, she won 94% of the black vote in the 2018 election, and now she's only polling at 82%, and she's blaming it on black men, that they're being targeted with disinformation.
Now, this is not a black YouTuber who's speaking on this. That's why I'm playing this. Even Caucasians are looking at what Stacey Abrams is saying, and they're saying, this doesn't sound right. What are you doing? Why would you even say that? But that's politics in 2022. They put these melanated idiots on camera and have them saying some of the dumbest shit you could possibly say. This is why this heifer lost.
I think there's a pretty simple reason that Kemp, which is her opponent, the Republican, might be doing better with black men than he did in 2018. A few days ago, he was at a groundbreaking of a Hyundai electric vehicle plant outside Savannah, Georgia, the largest economic development in Georgia history. It's jobs.
So they are excited?
So he's saying they're excited about the other opponent because of jobs. They're excited about jobs. That's what he's saying.
Oh, okay. I mean, that'd be hilarious if she was even wrong about that.
It's actually a reason. There's actually a reason why she would.
Sense.
So this makes sense, as opposed to black guys are dumb and easily misinformed, and that's what they're saying. That black guys are being tricked. That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying.
Amaretta should have won, Jaye. Stacey is not Atlanta.
Appreciate that, Jamie. Maybe Amaretta would have won. She probably would have got more votes than Stacey Abrams. You said that
thing. Here's someone else to say it. Zay Jalani caught this. They're saying the same thing in the churches. This is Howard University Chapel speaker.
We need to talk about the demon of disinformation that has black male voters in Georgia willing to support Raphael Warnock, but not Stacey Abrams.
Oh, hold up. Oh, I didn't see this clip. Wow. So wait a minute. Here you got a this looks like Stacey Abrams' sister. So we got Stacey Abrams' sister, what it looks like, because I don't think it is, sitting up in a black church talking about how black men are supporting Raphael Warnock, but they're not supporting Stacey Abrams. Why are you bringing this gender war bullshit to politics? Do y'all see why these women are failures? This woman is sitting up in a church talking about how black men would prefer to support Raphael Warnock and not Stacey Abrams. Isn't this something that you would hear on a panel from some goofy heifer that's mad at the world? And she's in a church saying this. Is that who that is? Is that Brittany Cooper? Is that her? Because I couldn't tell. Like these heifers look alike.
Again, maybe you look into what...
Oh, that's Brittany Cooper? Okay, yeah, that is her. Because I was like, she kind of looks like... I couldn't tell. Okay, so that's Brittany Cooper. Okay, so you got this Brittany Cooper heifer sitting up here bringing this gender war bullshit to politics. She's in a church. That's why I say that the black churches out here, man, they are just feminists to the core. Feminists to the core.
Why is that? Why did she lose 12% of the black support since 2018? Maybe you look into that. No, they just go, don't look into it. Nothing to see here. There must be some lying happening.
So it's a lot. So they tell them like, no, you don't have a job.
Come on. Disinformation. We need to talk about the demon.
Okay, so she did. There is no misinformation that leads black men not to vote more than just real information does. Maybe it's real information. Who knows? You'll never know if you don't take it seriously. Here's former Atlanta. It's another catch. Jay's former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms says there is definitely a target towards African American men. Not just to give them misinformation, but to make them so discouraged that they won't show up to vote. Why do you think they won't show up to vote? It's because of misinformation?
Lance Bottoms, come on.
So they're already blaming black men for losing. That's what this is. Oh, the black men, they fell for it, and they didn't come out and vote for us again. Oh, isn't that amazing?
I just hope they hear Michael Moore's impassioned plea to do him a favor.
Just do him a favor.
Before it's too late.
Just do me a favor. So, okay, good luck. Good luck with that message. How about your message of we're going to do something for you? Wasn't that the state they told you I'm going to give you $2,000 checks? When in Biden, what state was that he was?
Oh,
Was it Georgia?
Was it Georgia or was it Texas? I can't remember. Was it Georgia when he said I'll give you the $2,000 check?
I mean,
and then they didn't. And now here's another election, and you're losing. I wonder if it's the same state. I think it was
Georgia.
Yeah, it's Georgia. So it is the same state. Wow, how come nobody brings that up? Was it the misinformation that they were told that they were going to get $2,000 by Joe Biden, and then they didn't?
Were these all MSNBC clips?
I don't know what you mean.
Like the people talking, was that on MSNBC, and Stacey Abrams, was she being interviewed by MSNBC?
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
Oh.
Yeah, she's at MSNBC.
Boy,
yeah.
Hey, what a banger of a network.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we're doing.
So I want to show y'all that. Just to let y'all know how foolish this woman looks. It's a long article. This is how foolish this woman looks, and why she's losing in Georgia, and she will lose. Let's check up and see how everything is as far as polling goes. All right. Let's put this back up on the screen. They say they have 88% in, and that's the number right there. Stacey Abrams ain't winning Nathan. He almost had 2 million votes. He's almost at 2 million votes. y'all got to understand, Joe Biden has been such a disaster as a president. There's a lot of people who may have supported the Democrats in 2020 that are not supporting them in this midterm and in 2018. And those people, you see it, are going to the polls and they're voting their ass off because they are sick and tired of seeing what has been going on. Listen, I want y'all to understand, if you are a Democrat, you got to explain this to me. You're supporting a party that does not have your best interests at heart whatsoever. They really don't. They are against strong male leadership in the household. Oh, she conceded, Counselor Murray. Oh, let's go to that. Oh, let's go find that video. Hold up. Let's go find that video, family. Let's see. Yeah, they had it up an hour ago, so I was right the whole time because
I'm in gosh, she officially conceded to Kemp a couple of minutes ago.
Okay, thank you, Councilman Murray. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, they're saying that she conceded. This heifer had no shot at winning whatsoever. Now she's probably going to go get some nice job at the Democratic Party and maybe a fundraiser or maybe an organization. Maybe she gets a job in the private sector, but she had no chance to be governor of Georgia. That's a pipe dream. Okay, we're going to watch this live. You can watch this live? Okay. All right. Salute to everybody that's here. All right. See if I can get this video up.
That's doing it.
Because we definitely smoking that Stacy Abrams pack, okay?
And now it's time for your big break. That's what you're...
Okay. Oh, hold up. Oh, let me see if I can. Damn, I'm trying to find a video of her conceding it, man. But she had no chance, man. Had zero chance of winning. And all those people that I know, there's a lot of disappointed heifers right now, man. Oh.
Heterosexual black men have spoken.
Absolutely, Wayne. Appreciate that, man. Absolutely, man. Is this it right here?
How much more in my face?
Okay, hold on. Up. Here we go. Let's put this on the screen. We got the losers party. The losers party.
Active listener. But Stacy, she's young. She's young, which means we got a lot of time and a lot of stuff.
Kevin Samuels is smiling from heaven.
Absolutely. Appreciate that sophisticated ignorance.
And let me leave you with this.
See, what did she concede earlier?
We are cleaning Broomhouse.
We are in the eye of the storm.
Thanks, Wayne. Appreciate that.
Stacy is the rudder. She is helping to guide us.
I can't turn it up any higher, so
she's gonna be right here.
Might want to put some earphones in if you're on your phone.
Supportive, talented, an advocate.
They calling her Big Shirley in the chat over there. Hold on, let me get the link. Hold on, I put the link. Y'all can go and check it out if you want to. They calling her all types of Big Shirleys in the chat room.
Are you with me?
No, we ain't.
Stacy, y'all get on your feet and welcome my sister from another mister. The one and only.
Calling her Big Shirley. Big Shirley.
The one. A public servant like no other.
Come on, she's young. She is? She is young?
Yvonne Abrams.
Stacey knew she wasn't gonna lose. Well, she wasn't gonna win, man. She knew, but her delusion thought that she had a chance. Her delusional mindset thought that she had a chance. Look at all those women on stage, y'all. There's not one man on stage. All heifers. All heifers on stage. No man up there. That's what they want. They want a black female supremacy. But it ain't gonna happen because they don't have anybody else behind them.
Thank you, Georgia. Thank you, Daddy. It is good to be here in this moment, surrounded by your love and support. And let me begin by offering.
She became a professional at losing elections. Oh.
Our state has experienced one soul-crushing crisis after another over the past few years. But even during these trying times, the fighting spirit of Georgia has prevailed. We've seen what's possible when we stand up for our neighbors and protect each other. We've made sacrifices. We've pitched in. We've seen each other's fights as our own, and we've done things we never thought we could. It is in the spirit of that endurance and that persistence that I decided again to run for governor. Look,
now our communities are next on our list to clean.
Appreciate that, Wayne. I mean, there's a lot that needs to be actually cleaned up, though.
A fight on behalf of
we need to clean up, get real men out here and get rid of this feminazi mentality
whether they know
as
it
well.
Or not. A fight for basic human rights.
What about black rights?
Take for granted, but we have to struggle to hold on to. And a fight for the values that we hold dear and we may never sacrifice. I got into this for a fight for what we know to be true deep down in our bones, that the state of Georgia, the people of Georgia, deserve more. Over the last year, in big cities and small towns, in living rooms and clouds, want to live in a Georgia.
Shout out to Wayne Washington again.
No voting, no bucking. We don't want it, Trina.
Right. Yeah, all those stupid ads. Appreciate that, man. Those stupid little, promotional BS the Democratic Party came up with. All that money and you doing that, right?
A Georgia where we can all breathe clean air and drink clean water, because we decided to use our power to fix our climate and save our planet, not drill down to take titanium out and spoil what we have in the state of Georgia. For meat, and she has poured her heart and
Black men, we want our kids to live no abortions.
Appreciate that, Wayne.
Soul and her time and her treasure to defending our rights.
Here we go. Let's go to the winner. We're gonna go to a winner, right? Shout out to Governor Kemp for winning. Here we go. You see how they cut from her? Let's get this stuff out of here. Let's go and talk to the winner of the race.
Let's hear it for the best first lady and the best first daughters in the nation. As you all know, this has been quite the team effort for us, and it wouldn't be without these four ladies that have worked so hard and supported me in everything I've ever done. So I just cannot thank them enough for their support. But listen, there are so many people to thank, many who are
Got
with
it. What is
us
this?
tonight.
3 daughters up there?
But first and foremost, thank you to the Team Kemp volunteers who put up yard signs, made phone calls, knocked on doors, wrote postcards, and got their friends and families out to vote.
Oh, you got some volleyball players up there, man. Some softball players up there.
Thank you so much, y'all. I also just want to thank all the other statewide candidates and our state legislators who are here. Thank you guys and congratulations. I know you all have worked incredibly hard over the last few months, and I look forward to working with each of you over the next 4 years to keep our state moving in the right direction. Y'all are great. Thank you. And all the hard-working Georgians across the state who came out to our bus stops, our rallies, our meet and greets, those who helped Lucy fill up our diesel fuel can. You remember at the bus stop when Lucy was holding the diesel fuel can, and we told you at those stops all across this state, we got all the money we need. It's just in your pocket.
Trump 2024. Let's make Trump our president.
You said that, Wayne.
Appreciate y'all supporting the girls with your contributions, but also
right.
Just appreciate the strong.
He has his family on stage. Stacey Abrams got a bunch of women that work with her campaign on her stage. That's the difference, black men. Black men, there are black men that want families. They want structure. They're not going to follow no woman that doesn't even have a family of her own.
Strong grassroots supporters that we've had literally from Claxton to Calhoun. And finally, I just want to thank the campaign staff and our official staff for all the wood that they have chopped over the last several months. We love y'all. As you all know, we did not get distracted on this hard-fought campaign. Just like we have stayed focused on putting you first throughout my first term. We woke up every single day talking about how to build a safer, stronger Georgia for you and your family, and help your family fight through Joe Biden's 40-year high inflation. And we did that by focusing on common sense solutions to put more of your hard-earned tax dollars back in your pocket, like passing the largest state income tax cut in history, returning over $1 billion back to you, the taxpayers, and suspending the gas tax in this state since March. And we are not about to stop there. Come January 2023, we're going to send another $1 billion back to the taxpayers. And we're also going to give you relief on your property taxes as well. But we also focused on how resilient Georgia's economy has been despite the disaster we're seeing in Washington, D.C. and across the country thanks to Joe Biden. But in Georgia, that's right. But in Georgia, we have record low unemployment. The most people.
Black males, we are all we got, brothers.
Right. And I've said that, appreciate that. I've said that myself. I said, we have. And instead of all this bickering and just dumb shit that we have towards each other, we need to stand up for each other more, especially on things that we can agree on.
People ever working in the history of our state. Historic investment in rural Georgia. In the 2 largest job projects in state history were announced just in the last year. But this campaign was also about keeping you and your families safe. and by backing our men and women in law enforcement. Continuing our fight against gangs and human trafficking, and standing up to the pro-criminal, anti-law enforcement policies of the far left. It was also about making sure our kids recover from pandemic learning loss and get the best education they can in a safe, welcoming environment, free from politics or divisive ideologies. As long as I'm your governor, we are going to continue to stand with our educators and put our students and our parents first.
Which means no having men in dresses in these schools. No teaching
and as you all know,
division with these children.
There's
critical race theory.
Don't support Republicans. Because no matter where you live or what neighborhood you are from, hardworking Georgians want their families safe, their streets safe, and they want good paying jobs and a quality education for their children. Our message.
She thought it was going to roll her way low.
I don't know why she would. I don't know why, but she probably did. I think a part of her probably thought that she had a chance, and she really didn't have that chance. You know what I'm saying? Really didn't, right? Appreciate it, Eric.
The message to voters was about making sure they had the opportunity to achieve the American dream right here in the Peach State, no matter their zip code. Each day of this race, we talked about how Marty, the girls, and I think we live in the best state in the country to live, work, and raise our families. And we all know
blackmails we suffered these past 3 years bad.
Yeah, appreciate that, Wayne. Yeah, it's been downhill ever since Biden got in office. And just things have gone crazy, right? Shout out to Jamie St. Patrick again.
Kemp was like, you thought I was finna let a Niku win smirk. Ha white power. But FR good stream fam.
Appreciate that, Jamie.
Opponent disagreed. But looking at the results tonight, we made sure that Stacey Abrams is not going to be our governor or your next president.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The people in this room and hardworking Georgians all across our state know these last 4 years have not been easy. Because of a global pandemic, loved ones were lost, jobs were cut, businesses struggled, and lives were uprooted. Nearly overnight, Americans from all walks of life were made to feel anxious, maybe even frightened for their future, their family's future, and the future of our country. This was an unprecedented challenge we had never
Salute
faced
to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream.
There was no.
You're just watching the victory speech. The reason why I'm playing this is because I want it to set in for all you Democrats, all of you Stacey Abrams supporters. I want this to sink in. She failed twice. Failed twice.
Widely accepted path forward. No silver bullet that could bring back our normal way of life. On top of that, you add in the 2020 election, pandemic politics, and a lot of people that didn't live here or vote here thinking they knew what was best for our state.
Mm-hmm.
At one point or another, the national media, Stacey Abrams, the healthcare pundits, far-left activists, liberal donors, presidents, both current and former, they all were attacking Georgia. They opposed our measured approach to protecting both lives and livelihoods. According to the pundits and the so-called experts, if you wanted to keep your barber shop open, you were a threat to public health. If you didn't want a government forcing you or your family to get vaccinated against your will, you were part of the problem. If you wanted to keep your job as a waitress at a local restaurant, they told you that it.
Remember who all turned on us black males.
Right. That's why I'm doing the stream. I want it to set in just how much we, right, as black men need to stand up for ourselves, and we need to say enough. We're not going to let the shaming keep us from moving in the direction that we want to move in.
It was too dangerous. If you wanted to go work,
you can hang in here for just a little while longer.
Hold up.
Listen to the national voting and made it easier
Let's
to
see.
act.
And
We're effed in Philly and PA with Shapiro being declared winner for governor. Good thing I keep regular training in the range because Philly is wildin'.
Appreciate that, man. Shout out to a boy. Let's check out Philly real quick. Let's see. Pennsylvania, election results. Governor. They don't have any data. But Shapiro, it's saying Shapiro won. I'm taking a look at overall. Let's see. Yeah, they are wild in Philly, man. Listen, I'll take your word for it, man. I'll definitely take your word for it, man. Sheesh. Man, they about to have, sheesh. Man, it is about to get wild out there.
You all are putting in. And I'll say more later, so I'm going to try to defy Baptist preacher gravity and not talk too long.
This guy right here is a pastor, ladies and gentlemen. Raphael Warnock.
Listen. We always knew that this race would be close. And so
he's saying that now. I don't think he probably thought that.
So y'all just hang in there. I'm feeling good. I do.
He say he feeling good, but he's giving a speech to the people, I guess, to tell them, listen, don't be nervous. You know, they about to go get some votes from the warehouse. So I'm going to be back up. They're going to go get some votes from the warehouse. Okay, they're going to get some ballots. And I'll be back up. Don't you worry about it. That's what this is.
I feel good. I feel good. And just hang in there and enjoy one another. I'm with you. And we know how much is at stake in this election. So thank you for being with me, and I'm grateful that we are together every step of the way. And if you can hang in here for just a little while longer, we'll come back and say some more. But in the meantime, I'm going to say to you what I say to my church every Sunday. Keep the faith and keep looking up.
I'll tell y'all, this is proof that the church is like done in this country.
Just like in 2018, Stacey Abrams still had the big donors, the magazine covers, and the left-wing media. She had the talk show host, Hollywood celebrities, President Biden, and President Obama. And she even had Oprah again. But they ran into a big problem, folks. Despite all the fanfare, the money, and the fame, they didn't have you. As a construction guy from Athens who started his first small business with a pickup truck and a shovel, I can't tell you how honored I am to be your governor for the next 4 years. You have honored us beyond measure with your vote, with your support, with your time.
Yeah, Oprah has no influence. I agree. Oprah really does not have any influence in 2022.
Most importantly, though, you have honored
Not
us
over
with your
voters.
prayers, and our whole family is grateful for that. But I will tell you, just like in 2018, this family and I, we are all in together. As you all know, there was a lot of people in high places who thought tonight's victory would never happen. But just like so many times before, you all and Team Kemp proved them wrong. The media, the National Democrats, those billionaire donors, the left-wing activists, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Oprah, and Stacey Abrams threw everything they had at us.
The axis of evil.
Second time in a row.
This is a long speech, though. I will say
what
that.
we did, y'all. We kept
But he talking his shit, man. He had to sit back for months and see all these celebrities and everybody just supporting Stacey Abrams. I guess he's talking his shit now.
Georgia.
He's talking his shit now. He's like, you know what, y'all been talking. I'm gonna talk now.
But let me also make this clear. The media here and around the world watching this race will try to make this victory tonight about a lot of things. They'll say it was about Joe Biden. They'll say it was about Stacey Abrams, Donald Trump, or even Brian Kemp. Because that makes for flashy headlines and generates a lot of website clicks. But here's the truth. This election was about you. It was about you, the people of Georgia. The people who weathered the pandemic and emerged stronger than before. The people who came together and rejected the politics of division and hate. The people who stood up for what was right when everyone was watching. Because that's who we are as a state. Regardless of politics, we want to live in a state where our dreams for ourselves and our families are possible. Where a good paying job when you finish high school or college isn't hundreds of miles away, it's right next door. When an entrepreneur can easily start their own business to provide for themselves and their family. Where you can protect and serve your community wearing a badge and know that your citizens have your back. And your governor and this family has it as well.
King Charles, I like people who are about America. I don't like people who hate this country but still live in it. I don't like people that want to destroy men. And Democrats want to destroy masculinity. So why would I ever love or support the Democratic Party? I support the Republicans more so than I do the Democratic Party. Because I know that, you know, I may not agree with everything a lot of them say or do, but I know that they are not going in the opposite direction. The only party that's going in the opposite direction is the Democratic Party, and I will never support that party.
Where you can retire in a safe neighborhood, worship freely, and watch your kids or your grandkids on Friday nights at the ball field. That's the Georgia I know. And
shout out to Arnold Jackson.
Popping his collar. He was
Right.
like, I'm straight out of Athens, son.
Right.
Oprah who Vuk out of here.
Right. Appreciate that on the right, man. He said he had to sit back and listen to all y'all talk. Now he gonna talk.
It's one worth fighting for. Tonight, hard-working Georgians from all walks of life spoke with a clear voice. They know which direction they want their state to go, and it is forward. They want this team to keep putting them first, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Across the country tonight, we took the first step in saving America. This election proves that when Republicans stay focused on real-world solutions that put hard-working people first, we can win now, but also in the future, y'all. So I tell you, let's celebrate this historic victory. While knowing there's still plenty of work to do. And I can promise you, this family is going to stay in the fight. Thank y'all so much for your hard work and support. God bless you, and God bless the great state of Georgia. Keep chopping, everybody.
Appreciate that, Jermaine.
Looking like Brian Kemp will be our next governor.
Going to be called tonight.
Yeah, right around midnight, and we're still gonna be here monitoring this next race for the U.S. Senate race. Even the last time we checked, Maria, I think it was less than 1,000 votes between the two. So let's check on them now. We have really still a hard-fought race there, and we're just gonna update this again for you. But yeah, look at that.
88% of those votes have been counted. The AP.
Look at the Atlanta area. Look at all that blue in the Atlanta area. If you look at the Atlanta area, look at all that blue right there near Atlanta. Look at all that blue. They've basically liberaled that area up, and y'all know why. This is why they film all those movies and TV projects. I believe in the Atlanta area or parts of Georgia, right? Look at this. Look at all that blue there. This is where Raphael Warnock's support is probably mainly coming from, that particular area there. And Herschel's support is probably more on the outskirts outside of Atlanta, the Atlanta area.
1% to 48.9%. Very close.
I mean, look, that's what, 9,000 votes with just a quick math. And we've been talking about this all night, that 50% threshold, and with 88% of votes counted, it's going to be it could be a runoff.
That's a race that we are going to be talking about for a few days. So definitely going into tomorrow, which is already today, as of 1 minute ago, welcoming you to your Wednesday. Governor Brian Kemp expected to continue to be governor for the next 4 years.
Yeah, next 4 years, and you heard him talk about his hope for the future for these next 4 years. Job growth, something that was very important to him. The economy, which is what we also heard from voters, was one of their top issues.
LeBron James supports Raphael Warnock. What else is new? He's an empty jersey. He's an empty man, LeBron James is. He's an empty man who will support anybody that's a Democrat because he wants to make that money and he don't want anything to stop it, and he will support these lunatics in order to manage the success that he has. He's an empty man. Imagine what he's like without basketball.
He wants to continue to keep Georgia strong and to continue that in his role as governor for these next 4 years.
And just because this live stream ends doesn't mean our coverage does. You can go to our website, atlantanewsfirst.com, or download the Atlanta News First app. Any major updates to this race, the governor's race, the U.S. Senate, especially as they officially announce the winners, that is going to come directly to your phone in a notification so that you don't miss a thing.
Yeah, and the the website. Always something that we could show people again for this stream. The Atlanta News First website will continue to keep you updated. We have folks who are just coming in for their shift. So all of us who are going to be right back here tomorrow, we already still have people working the overnights, checking everything for you.
It's a very lively newsroom throughout the night, and you can see several different elections.
Shout out to Frederick Howard.
Stacy Abrams running the A gap. Men ain't following.
You said that at Frederick. Yeah, they ain't following her nowhere. A lot of these men ain't following her nowhere. That's why she complaining, because these men ain't following her nowhere. That's why she complaining.
Called Lucy McBath, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Hank Johnson. Coverage of all of those candidates that were on your ballot on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com.
And that's it for that particular coverage there. All right, let me see what else I can find. Stacey Abrams, what a loser. This had to be a very sad day for Stacey Abrams. But I will say this too. Black men are being noticed. So I hope black men understand that you're being noticed now. People are taking notice, and we need to take advantage of that and not, allow this situation to go completely to waste. The Senate is very close. Let's go to the Senate results. Real quick, before I wrap this stream up, I'm going to go ahead and check out, because I don't want to be on here too long, because there's not really much to go over. I went over some of the races that everybody was talking about, which was, I would say, Georgia, the Georgia race. Some of these other ones as well. Let's take a look at some of these, let's see, these Senate. Let's see. All right. This is where the Senate race is, race to 51.